That if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well and becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life. Next thing is that you've got to activate the thinker in you. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. I suggest to you that if you are facing a challenge, don't stop. Stay busy. Work your plan. Continue to do those things that you know that work for you after you have evaluated yourself in the situation. Continue to move. Stay busy, stay busy, stay busy. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending.
That's my papa's seminar in a sentence. Always do more than you get paid for, to make an investment in your future. Just willpower to change a little or change a lot. Anybody can change. You don't have to repeat last year. Clean up the errors. Invest it now in the next year. Watch it make the difference.
It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Start working and developing yourself now and prepare yourself for what it is that you want, because you expect to get it. Most of us go through life with our brakes on, holding back, not giving all that we have, not sharing all of ourselves. Most of us go to our graves still holding on rather than releasing it. What are some of those things that keep us from releasing it? Because of past experiences, past defeats, past pain. We look back, well, it didn't work out then. It probably won't work out now. When you don't have a true appreciation and acceptance for who you are, and you allow yourself to be immobilized by fear, what happens in the process is that you begin to abuse yourself. You begin to sabotage your life, you begin to sabotage your dreams, you begin to unconsciously work against yourself.
If you allow that lifestyle, that chaos, that impressionable mindset, that drinking and drugs and all those things are the way to go, then it's going to pull you down. It's going to suck you under.
The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Anything I've ever attempted, I was always willing to fail. You can't be paralyzed by fear of failure, or you will never push yourself. You keep pushing because you believe in yourself and in your vision. And you know that it's the right thing to do, and success will come, so don't be afraid to fail.
Then that kind of relieves the pressure of self-doubt. I mean, it's sort of like, I don't have any doubt about whether we're going to fail. That's the likely outcome.
You must be willing to go forward and face your fears again and again and again, because you're never going to have a fear-free existence. I mean, some fear is acceptable and legitimate. There are some things that you really should be afraid of. Now, you shouldn't allow it to immobilize you,
Nothing is impossible. You just have to kind of keep running through the walls.
It's crazy that we live in a world that if you're super positive and super creative, that it's scary. So what does that tell you about the mentality of most people?
It's impossible. I've heard that so many times. It's just impossible. Can't be done.
That we must give our permission to fear to immobilize us. Because whatever discomfort you experience, whatever challenges or difficulty that it is, you got to handle it.
So unfortunately, instead of still chasing my dream and rising to the occasion, I let the real first substantial fear kind of take over my self-confidence and start pushing it away and pushing it down, burying it into my soul.
Most people dabble. They talk about, well, I'd like to change my body, I'd like to change, make my relationship better, I'd like to have more passion there, but they don't know what to do, and even if they did, they don't have enough detail to be able to follow through. They haven't made the shifts in their own emotion and their psychology to follow through, and it isn't that difficult, but there is a path, and it requires consistency. Whatever you want to make better, you better make sure you measure it more often.
You are exactly what you think all day long. Consequently, you are the artificer of your own future. As you change your thought life or pattern, you change your destiny. Begin now to command your life pattern and go forward to achievement, accomplishment, victory, and experience a life more abundant right here and right now. There is a power in you that has never been fully released. The power that moves the world and governs the galaxies and space is within you.
Push you past the fear. Your hunger to have them will give you a special drive. As you work on yourself, as you begin to acknowledge your true identity, the true power that you have, the true capacity you have to bring about change, the miracle working power that you have within yourself to do the things that you want to do.
When I had that purpose and it was attached to my self-confidence, I was able to achieve what I wanted to achieve, and that was really to be a part of a team on a different level, whether we won or we lost. That my purpose is driven by the forging of my self-confidence as well as my commitment to living a team life.
The awakening process, the awakened life, what a wonderful notion that is, to be awakened. It's like when you go to sleep at night and you're dreaming, the only way you know you're dreaming is to awaken. And it's a similar thing here, this awakened life business that we're talking about. When you wake up from this dream, this 80-year dream or 100-year dream, you begin to realize that the only way you know you're dreaming is to awaken. You want to create an awakening process where you really are looking back on the dream from a perspective of what is, rather than what you think it should be, or judging it.
You feel sorry for yourself. That's the problem. Even when positive people are trying to give you all this good energy, you have tricked your mind to turn every positive thing that they say into something negative. Every time they say anything to try and motivate you and inspire you, you turn every negative thought and you turn every positive thought, every positive intention, everything that they trying to boost your spirits up, you flip it shake it, manipulate it, and you are so determined to be negative and miserable. It's unbelievable.